Hey guys, it's Robin the Lady Biker, coming to you from the garage today. I thought I would take an opportunity to share with you my Motovlogger setup, kind of the evolution of it, what worked for me and what didn't. Alright guys, so as I said, still waiting to get Scarlett's new shoes on her, so I thought I'd take this opportunity just to chat with y'all about my Motovlogger setup. I've had a lot of subscribers, people looking at getting into motovlogging, new to motovlogging, even just other motovloggers out there, because our systems are not all exactly the same, ask about what I use and why I use it. I thought I would take the opportunity to bust a motovlogging myth. Basically, you do not need a lot of money or a lot of equipment to get started. All you need is the courage to get a YouTube channel and some basic equipment. Seriously, when I started with nothing but my iPhone and a borrowed GoPro. That was it. Borrowed. And so my early videos, I basically did a lot of face to camera, a lot of garage stuff, because I was utilizing the technology and the tools I had. So that's really all you need to get started, is the courage, a little bit of ideas, and some very basic equipment that you probably already have. So I mean, I didn't even have a tripod yet. Amazon, cheap, link is down in the description. So that's how I started. Then rocking along, as I started evolving and started getting a little bit more road video going. Gotta wait for FedEx. Okay. Very noisy. And Costco finally put their GoPro Hero 8 Black on sale. I think I got it for like less than $300. I love Costco. And so I grabbed a camera and thanked my friend profusely for allowing me to use hers and hog it for the time I did. And so I had my camera. Guys, that was like 2-3 months into my whole motovlogger adventure before I even owned my own GoPro. And so I waited about, I think it was another 2 months or so, put some more money in the piggy bank. Costco put out another sale. So I finally bought my second GoPro. So I now run with 2 cameras. So mounting them, that's another big thing. You kind of have to figure out what you want to do. Once I started doing the road footage, I knew I wanted to have a camera on my helmet. So when you're trying to think about this, and if you decide that having one on your helmet is the way you want to go, and that's awesome, but keep in mind a couple of things. Where you place the mount is going to create extra weight and extra drag, wind drag. So you kind of have to think this through and figure out what's going to work for you. Now, a lot of people will put one on the top of their helmet, and that's awesome because you get a very high up view and it's usually unobstructed. However, when you're going down the road, whether you have a windshield or not, that extra height is going to catch more wind and it will pull back on the helmet. For me, I wanted a chin mount, and I started with a chin mount that was removable. So it's set right here on the very front, and it had straps that went down behind because I ride with a full face modular helmet. And that was great. It got me started. Let me really know that I wanted that point of view where what I saw the camera saw. Its only drawback, it was kind of clunky. But whenever I went to close my visor, it wouldn't close all the way because the straps were in the way. So after doing that for a little bit while, figuring out I definitely wanted it on my helmet, I went ahead and invested in a series of GoPro mounts. I think these mounts are their active package. It's all gonna be down in the description. Just go check it out, all the links. And this is the GoPro mount, let me get hold of this, that has a little bit of a curve to it. And then I did this offset so that it wouldn't cover my vent. And then I used all the little army things that you can. And it just slips right into place. Now, when you're deciding this, The other reason I decided to go with it here in front of me was so I could set the camera just high enough where you could see the very, very top on the back of the GoPro where the red recording light comes on. Because trust me, nothing worse than getting out, getting a great motovlog, and then getting home and realizing you have no video because the camera wasn't recording. Trust me, been there, done that. So think about where you want to place the camera if you choose to put it on your helmet. Now, some people choose to put a mount on their bars, whether it be to look back at them or to look forward. Let me show you what I've got. Okay guys, here we are. So this is my handlebar mount setup. I ended up choosing this handlebar mount, which the link to where I purchased it will be down in the description. And I chose this for a couple of reasons. One, because of the way the mount is, I can move the camera forward and back as I like, and to really give me kind of where I want it to point. Also, this little knob here, and I can't do it one-handed, but it pulls down so that you can rotate the camera right and left, which is a huge thing because you don't want to put your camera in and it be staring at your mirror or something. But the biggest reason I chose this one was for its attachment right here. It actually screws in like the GoPro does to every other mount that I have. A lot of them that I'd seen just kind of clipped in, and I didn't feel very safe with it because I didn't want to be riding down the road at 60 miles an hour and have the camera go flying. But also because of how it attaches with these quick release clips, not quick release, but the screw clips, it really not only is a secure fit, but it also is, I can kind of move it around as I need to. And with the vibrations on our motorcycles, sometimes you need to adjust things a little bit. Now the added benefit to the one I just showed you is not only does it work on the handlebars, it will also, if you have engine guards, will also mount on an engine guard. So it gives you a lot of flexibility and a lot of opportunities to put the camera where you want to have it. So just kind of play around with some ideas and think through some of them before you go ahead and invest. Because there's some really great products out there. Some are going to work for you, some aren't. So we've talked about we've talked about cameras, we've talked about mounts. Let's talk audio. If you're just getting started, you don't need to invest a lot of money because you can do voiceover. I've done a few voiceovers. It doesn't quite work for me because I like to record in the moment. However, if you're comfortable doing voiceover, just about every computer out there comes with an audio recording program already installed on your computer. So you probably already have everything you need to get started, which isn't that cool. Now, like I said, since I like to record in the moment, the first thing I decided to go with was a Purple Panda mic, this here, and the GoPro Media Mod. Now for the 7s and older models, there is an adapter that plugs in and you can kind of attach somewhere on the camera. For the 8 and up, GoPro went with this Media Mod. It was a great option. It gets phenomenal audio, really, really good audio. However, since I said I ride with a full face modular helmet, having a wired system where part of it was kind of attached to the helmet and part of it was attached to the chin guard, I never was able to find a truly functional way to get the wiring in. Maybe some of you out there have, and if you did, please drop in the description and let me know, because I still use this as my backup option, and I would really like to have a better setup for the wires when I have to go wired. Now, one point of caution when using this Media Mod, you have to keep your firmware on your GoPro updated, because if it's not up to date and there's been some updates, the Media Mod will quit working. How do I know? Because I've come home from doing a great vlog to find I had zero audio. It's very frustrating. So just update your firmware and your GoPros regularly. So I did that, but like I said, I ran into some problems. So on the suggestion from some fellow motovlogger friends, I checked out Senna. Now, I ended up going with the Senna 10C Pro. There's also the 10C Evo out there. What is so great about this is not only does it get phenomenal audio, it can Bluetooth with just about any Senna out there, but it also is my backup video. Its biggest drawback, it's kind of on the higher end of the price points for audio systems. So just think about that. Oh, and my husband rides, that was the other thing. When you have the Senna, if you're Bluetoothed in or on a mesh with any other riders that have Sennas, or I think Cardo is they're starting to talk a little bit more. But when you can Bluetooth your Senna, anything you hear in your ears is gonna be on the recording. That's how my husband and I are able to do a dual vlog, or how you sometimes hear some of the other motovloggers out there who ride with their spouses or with their friends can have that on there. So it's got some advantages, but you're gonna pay for them. So anyway, guys, that's my setup. That's the Evolution. Remember, you don't need much to get started. So if this is a venue you're thinking about stepping into, don't hold back because you don't think you have the right equipment, or all you need is a channel, an idea, and the courage to put something out there. Also, as far as editing and sound and all that, if that's something that y'all would like to see what I do and what I use, put that down in the comments as well, and maybe I'll do another video on that on a later date. But if you got any questions, let me know. If you've got any suggestions or any thoughts of things that worked for you or didn't work for you, and you're a motovlogger, share them. There's so many people out there that are curious. And other than that, guys, you know what I'm gonna say. It's time for us all to get out and ride. Have fun. Be safe. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.